Rise of Reorganization is our new topic that we are going to cover. Here we will see some famous dynasties within the subcontinent and some dynasty from outside the subcontinent. It means they have invaded India and settled here, right? So the famous dynasty from India were the Sungas, Chedis, Satavahanas, Cholas, Cheras and the Pandyas. So these were the important, now the rulers were there whom dynasties were very much famous. And from outside the subcontinent we will see Indo-Greeks, Sakas and the Kushanas. They have become a very prominent dynasties in India. So let us see how the age of this reorganization and these dynasties have been formed, how they used to just rule here in India, what were their features. So after the decline of the Mauryan Empire around 185 CE, India entered a period of major political and cultural reorganization. So after the Mauryan Empire declined, we have seen that there was a major shift in the political and cultural reorganization. It means it has been reorganized. In the northwest, foreign powers like the Indo-Greeks and later the Kushanas invaded and settled in India. It means they were the invader, they came from outside the India, they just invade here and then settle in India and became a very prominent dynasty. At the same time, Indian rulers like the Sungas, Satavahanas and the Chedis emerged in central and northern India. So they were also just ruling and emerging as a very powerful dynasties in India. So these are the Indian ruler. In the south, powerful kingdoms like the Cholas, Cheras and Pandyas rose to prominence, particularly known for their contribution to literature, trade and temple culture. This period is called the Age of Reorganization as new regional powers emerged after old empires ended. So that's why this period is also known as the Age of Reorganization as new regional powers. It means new regional powers, the rulers were emerging after the old empires ended, right? So let us see a few rulers, these famous dynasties one by one. So the first one is the Sunga dynasty. Here we will see it was founded by Pushyamitra Sunga after assassinating the last Mauryan ruler Brihadratta. Okay, and the Sunga dynasty capital was Patliputra. Now they revived, that is the Sunga dynasty revived the Brahmanical traditions and promoted Vedic culture. So what did they do? They do a revision of the Brahmanical tradition and promoted Vedic culture. They patronized art and learning, especially Sanskrit literature. And the Bharut Stupa that is present in Madhya Pradesh presents us with beautiful example of Sunga art. Okay, so that is the Bharut Stupa that is right now it is present in Madhya Pradesh. Just give us the beautiful example of the Sunga art. Okay, so this is about the Sunga dynasty. Second one is the Satvahana, also called as Andhra dynasty. They were a powerful dynasty and their empire largely comprised of present-day Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Maharashtra with different capital cities at different times. Okay, so that's why the other name is Andhra dynasty also, as they majorly rule in present days Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and some parts of Maharashtra, and they have different capital cities at different times. The Satavahanas rule over Deccan region and they promoted Prakrit language and literature. Okay, just now we have seen Sunga dynasty just promoted Vedic culture. Here they promoted Prakrit language and literature. The Satavahanas were known for promoting trade both inland and maritime, that is in land also and in water also, and building Buddhist stupas like the Amravati and Nagarjuna Konda. Okay, they were very much famous for this. They also were famous for the resistance against the foreign powers like the Sakas. So the Satavahanas used to give resistance to the foreign powers like the Sakas. Gautamiputra Satakarni was a famous ruler of the Satvahana, and in 3rd century CE, the Satvahana empire fragmented into small independent kingdoms due to weak central control and a gradual economic decline. However, this Satvahana was very much powerful, but we have seen that it has been fragmented, just divided into small independent kingdom, and due to weak central control, a gradual economic decline also this Satavahana dynasty just begin to collapse, right? So this is about the Satavahanas. Next dynasty is the Chedi dynasty. So this was rule over the parts of central India, that is modern day Madhya Pradesh. Their capital was Sukhitimati, that is mentioned in the Mahabharata as a significant kingdom also. So Chedi dynasty capital Sukhitimati is also mentioned in Mahabharata also as a very significant kingdom. Karavela was a powerful ruler, expanded the kingdom influence and engaged in extensive public work. So in the Chedi dynasty, Karavala was a powerful ruler who has just expanded its influence and engaged in extensive public work also. Hathi Gumpa inscription provide valuable insight into Karavala reign, including his military victories, patronage of Jainism and construction project. So Hathi Gumpa is an inscription that just give us the important valuable information about the Karavali reign, that is the ruler, how he ruled and just take in a good height to the Chedi dynasty, including his military victories also, how many war he have just win, and then patronage of Jainism also, and later on his projects also. Okay, so from Hathi Gumpa we came to know about this one. Next is the Chera kingdom, also known as the Kerala Putra, that is the son of Kerala. The Cheras rules over the western parts of Tamil Nadu and Kerala with their capital at Vanji, present day Karur in Tamil Nadu. They played a major role in the cultural and economic development of the southern India, and the Cheras were known for their extensive trade connection with the Roman Empire and West Asia, exporting many goods from India to the outside world. Okay. So the Cheras were also very much a prominent dynasty, and they were known for their extensive trade connection with the Roman Empire and West Asia. They used to export many goods from India to the outside world, and they play a major role in cultural and economic development of southern India. Now the next kingdom is the Chola. So the Chola dynasty was a powerful dynasty that ruled parts of South India from 3rd century BC to 13th century CE. And the Chola king Karikala is said to have defeated a combined force of the Cheras and the Pandyas and established his supremacy. Okay, so the Chola king Karikala is said to have defeated combined force of the Cheras dynasty and the Pandyas dynasty and established his supremacy over them. The Sangmas refers to three crown kings, the Cholas, Cheras and the Pandyas. Karikala undertook many projects for the benefit of the people, and the Kalanai or the grain anicut is famous one. So Karikala was, however, he was a very very good ruler and win several war also. He just undertook many projects for the benefit of the people, and among them the Kalanai or the grain anicut is very much famous one, as it is a very complex water diversion system located at geographical strategic point just downstream of the Srirangam island, and it helped to divert water from the Kaveri to the central and the southern part of the Kaveri delta. That's why this project, the Kalanai or the grain anicut, is very much famous by the ruler Karikala. Okay, so this is about the Chola. Now in the Pandyas, the Pandya kingdom ruled over southernmost tip of India around modern Madurai, and this dynasty was famous for promoting Tamil literature and the Sangam assemblies. It had active trade with Romans and Greeks also, so they used to do the trading with the Romans and Greek. And here they were known for the pearls, spices and strong economy. So these were the trade business they were doing with these Romans and the Greek. They were exchanging pearls, spices, and they have built a very strong economy. The Pandyas contributed greatly to the art, architecture and overall prosperity of the region, right? So they have just very much contributed to the development and overall prosperity of the region. Now these were the dynasty from the India, the rulers, and here we will see three, that is the Kusana, Indo-Greeks and Indo-Greeks and the Kusanas. They have just how they invaded and settled here. So after the death of the Alexander the Great, his general controlled parts of the northwest India. Over time, these regional rulers established their independent domains and came to be known as Indo-Greeks. So that's why they are known as the Indo-Greeks, because they were the generals of the Alexander, and they have just these regional rulers established their independent domain and came to be known as Indo-Greeks. They introduced Hellenistic culture to India and promoted Greek-style coins with portrait and inscription in Greek and Kharoshthi. So here, Greek, this one style and their culture has been introduced by them, and inscription in Greek and Kharoshthi. Okay, it encouraged Buddhism. Famous ruler, so Indo-Greek people, the ruler, that is the Milinda, he just encouraged Buddhism and became a follower of Buddhism. Indo-Greek rule helped blend Greek and Indian cultures. Their coin and the art influenced Indian sculptures and architectures. Okay. After that, we will see the emergence of the Kushanas. So the Kusanas originated from the Central Asia. They entered India probably in the 2nd century CE. At its peak, their empire extended from Central Asia to large parts of North India. And their rule marked a period of extensive cultural intermixing and had a profound impact on the history of Indian subcontinent. So here is we will see a blend of culture and a profound impact on the history of Indian subcontinent due to these Kushanas, and they were originally from the Central Asia and entered India probably in 2nd century. So Kujulu Kadphises, founder of the Kushana dynasty, it has been known, and Kanishka was the most famous Kushana ruler. So Kanishka was the most famous Kushana ruler. Kanishka founded the Saka era and he was a great patron of Buddhism. Kanishka encouraged art and culture, leading to the development of new artistic style also, and he held control over a significant section of the Silk Route and during their region. Trade grew, connecting India and other parts of Asia and the West. They also promoted trade, art, religion, and cultural exchange, leaving a lasting impact on Indian history. Okay, so this is the emergence of the Kusanas, and here how they came and became a prominent dynasty in India, Indo-Greeks also, and this, the Pandyas and the Cholas, the Cheras, all they have just have a prominent role in India. They rose to the prominence, particularly known for their contribution to literature, trade, and temple culture, isn't it? And this is the age of reorganization. So this much for this video. We will meet with the next topic in the next video.